Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 9. We will present about Submarine. My name Ahmad Yukum Radhi, number 37.
My name Miko Nawa Maulana, number 40.
And my name is Diamar Azhar, number 61.
Next. Submarine. The worst thing that could ever happen to see on ships in the middle of the ocean would be for water to fall in make you sink. But if you are on board on submarine, sink is exactly what you want. Unlike ship, which pitch and roll as the storm across the wave, submarine slips swiftly and silent without reclaiming water. Next. What is a submarine? Submarine is a ship that's move under the water, and usually the submarine is used from navy, but now submarine used from for military and for research, science, and human dive. Next. And this is part of submarine. There is a pressure hull, plane, blast tank, engine, tower, navigation system, life support system. Next. Pressure hull. Pressure hull of water pushing inward is the biggest problem from anyone who wants to go deep in the ocean surface. And the submarine have a high pressure in the tip of ocean. Next. So how do the surf people? The submarine have a two layer from hull. And the first hull is protect from water resistant, and the second layer is used from pressure for passenger inside. Next. Plane. Submarine has plane. Planes is usually used for sound like a airplane creating an upward force and make a buoyant system and something to sink, rise, or float at a certain depth. Next. Blasting. There are spaces in between the two holes that can be filled with either air or water that are called the blasting and with the diving planes. They give a subs control over its buoyancy, particularly during the first part of a dive or a return to the surface from the depth. From the next. When the bulge tanks are filled with air, the submarine rise to the surface because it has positive buoyance. With water inside the tank, the soup has a negative buoyance, so the submarine will sink deeper in the ocean.
Uh,
Next,
it's a assumption. Uh,
engine.
your
Engine is
microphone Esa.
okay. Okay. Let's.
Hello?
Yeah.
Engine on submarine. Most submarine have diesel electric engine. The diesel engine operate normally when the sub is near the surface, but it doesn't drive the sub propeller directly. Instead, it powers an electricity generator that change up huge battery. This drive an electric motor that in turn power the propeller. Once the diesel engine has fully charged the battery, the ship can switch off its engine and go underwater, where it relies entirely on battery power. Next, most large military submarines are now nuclear power. They have small nuclear reactor and since they need no air to operate, they can generate power to drive the electric motors and propeller whether they are on the surface or deep underwater. And tower of submarine are chigar shaped so they can slip smoothly through the water. But in the very center, there's a tall tower. In older submarine, the tower was packaged with navigation and other equipment and was sometimes known as the conning tower because historically it contained a submarine control. It also referred to simply as the tower or the sail because in modern submarine the control and navigation equipment take up more room and tend to be located in the hull. And navigation system of submarine, most of the time submarine pilot can even see where they're going. Submarine have periscopes, but they are useful only when subs are on the surface or just beneath it. Submarine navigate using a whole range of electronic equipment. There's a GPS satellite navigation for starter, which uses space satellites to tell the submarine its position. And next, there's also sonar, which sends out pulses of sound into the sea and listen for echoes reflecting of the seabed or other nearby submarine. Another important navigation system on board a submarine is known as inertial guidance. It's a way of using gyroscope to keep track of how far the submarine has traveled and in which direction without referring to any outside information. Inertial guidance is accurate only for so long, 10 days or so, and occasionally need to be corrected using GPS, radar, or other data.
It's my turn now. So the next is life support system. Larger military submarine has a dozen of people on board. So how can they eat, sleep, and breathe buried deep beneath the sea in freezing cold water for months at a time. A submarine is completely sealed environment. The nuclear engine provides warmth and generates electricity, and the electricity power all the life support system that submarine needs. It makes oxygen for people to breathe using electrolysis to chemical separate molecules of water, turning H2O into H2 and O2, and it scrubs unwanted carbon dioxide from the air. Subs can even make their own drinking water from seawater using electricity to remove the salt. Trash is compacted into steel cans, which are ejected from an airlock system. Water tank exit in the hull and dump on the seabed. seabed. Next is history of submarine. In in 1620, Englishman Cornelis Drebbel built the first submarine by waterproofing a wooden egg-shaped boat with leather and coating the whole thing in wax. Scientists are uncertain whether Drebbel would ever set sail. Then in 1776, during the U.S. Revolution, David Bushnell built a hand-powered one-person submarine called the Turtle to help attack British warships. And in the 1880s, American steam engineer Robert Fulton designed a convertible ship with folding down sails that can turn itself into a submarine for traveling underwater. Then again, in 1863, American engineer Horace Lawson Hanley developed a hand-powered submarine that ultimately becomes known as the CSS H.L. Hanley, often just Hanley for short. Then, in 1888, Spanish engineer Isaac Pearl built the first electric submarine. It's powered by battery. Despite successful tests, it never entered production. So Pearl's ideas influenced other engineers around the world. And in 1897, American inventor Simon Lake launched the Argonaut, the first submarine to operate in the open sea. In the modern days, in 1990s, nuclear submarines made redundant by the end of the Cold War are used for oceanographic and climate research in the Arctic in a project named Science Ice Exchange or CSEX. And in the same year, 1990s, British-born submarine designer Graham Hawkes promised to revolutionize sub-design with small plane like a submersibles called deep flight that fly underwater. The same year again, 1990s until now, as in many other industries, China emerged as a major supplier of affordable but effective diesel-electric military submarines, include a refurbished version of the old 1980s until 1980s, 1960s until 1980s Ming class Type 035 and the more recent Song class Type 039. And yeah, that's our presentation about the submarine. Thank you for your attention. We're so sorry if there's a mistake. So yeah, I say again thank you and see you again. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.